counter by doing these mass queens by the Zerg player against this very, very early Protoss push, which again is just continuing. I gotta say, this could very easily, if the Protoss do lose this, this is probably exactly what it is. As they do pull back now, these queens are going to take out this early expansion, and what are you going to make, Probe? Yeah, here comes the Twilight Council, as all of a sudden the Protoss are like, well, oh crap, they have 6 hatcheries, I have 4 gateways, and nothing else. This could get ugly very, very quickly. That probe is going to retreat, and all of these queens, we have 8 queens here, just getting ready and chilling at the Zelnaga Tower on their way back to their respective hatcheries. There is yet another hatchery here being built to replace that expansion. And lots going on. The Zerg definitely are outpacing the Protoss in income, as another Protoss force is incoming. They are going to take this tower first and try probably to take out this Overlord who's spreading creep, as the Zealots are just going to chill there. So they are going to try to retake this ramp and come on down here and do some form of attack. These 9 queens, though, I don't think they really have a chance of taking them out, as they almost get 2 of the Zealots, but getting off that creep, those queens are so slow off of the creep. So that's not going to work all that well. Part of the reason that queens are such an effective defensive unit, but not an offensive unit, is their lack of speed off of the creep. These Protoss units just keep coming. They're just asking to go down, as they are just going to kind of stare at each other and can just come just in range of those queens who are going to attack. A little bit of kiting going on. Not a bad job of micro there, as the Protoss do finally start expanding to try to keep up with the Zerg player, who is drastically outmatching them in production, especially of minerals, 3 times the mineral production of the Protoss player the Zerg have. So we will see how that translates, as there are 4 more queens coming in for the Zerg. Zealot legs are on the way to help out with that. But that is a lot of queens, so we are going to see a mass queen attack, I'm sure, as there are no other offensive units being produced for the Zerg at the moment. And more creep tubers coming up to continue expanding this creep highway that is getting pretty far along, getting closer and closer to the Protoss base, as yet another creep tumor goes down there. The Protoss see the creep here and are like, oh crap, we need help. So a Dark Shrine is on the way. That will definitely help. Some Dark Templar will help. Although there was, I did see somewhere, where'd you go? There was an Overseer hiding. There it is. So there is an Overseer here. So it'll be interesting to see if those Dark Templar are able to do it. Look at all of these queens. We have 15 queens here just going at it, spreading these creep tumors, just moving forward and taking control of the map. As they keep pushing, they are going to come off the creep. Oh, they're slow coming down that ramp, as these 4 Protoss units decide, oh, what the heck, we can take them, and then they run away. So these queens are definitely pushing forward very, very quickly. The Stalker kind of just chilling, making sure nothing comes up this back route. But all of these queens, and a couple of sentries now coming out, but I don't know if those are going to be very, very useful. Hello, lag. But another creep tumor going down here. We have the Overlord spreading creep. So there's a lot of units. 6 more queens on the way for the Zerg player, as the Protoss do have a Dark Templar, a couple of Dark Templar here to help out. But that Overseer is going to just fly up here real quick, I am sure, to counter. There he is. He's already there. So they're all going to see this and be like, oh, no. Good night. As this Overlord gets a little bit too close to the Protoss, and he's going to go down. But that killing that Overlord will cost them a Zealot. As these queens, here they come. Great force field placement for these queens, just choking them off even more as they come off of that creep. They're slow enough coming out, but just a couple of channels does even more. as the Protoss are forced to retreat closer and closer to their base as this creep is continuing to expand. That's a great word. Continuing, I mean, as we are at, wow, we are at 21 queens as the Protoss are like, what the is going on with all of these queens? Who does this? And just builds creep all the way to the opponent's base. I think that this is definitely a result of the lack of macro by the Protoss player who just decided, I'm just going to do this rush and have no backup plan in place whatsoever, which definitely makes it difficult to win if your rush is survived. So all of the eggs in one basket, so to speak, as that is the army for the Protoss. A couple of probes and a robotics facility coming up. The robotics facility could definitely help out if we can get it and crank out some units in time. But I don't know if it's going to be time. Look at all of these queens. We have 2 pages worth of queens. There are 32 queens right here just going at it, slowly coming across the creep as those sentries are building those great forces to kind of keep them at bay as long as they can. But I don't know how long it's going to work as the queens do push forward off of the creep and are going after the only defenses that the Protoss have. There is no way that these Protoss are going to be able to hold off all of these queens. I think this is going to be it unless they can chrono boost something out of this robotics facility. They just don't have the gas to do it. This game is just about over as the stalkers are going out very, very quickly to the focus fire of all these queens. Good lord, there are so many queens, and they are just going nuts. There are no defenses remaining as a little bit of rage from the Protoss player. I don't think you can really rage off that considering the lack of skill with the macro early in this game that came with just simply ignoring the macro early in this game that would have allowed him to defend against something like this or even get through it. As he just has the 4 gateways, you'd like to see at least another gateway or 2. This robotics would have been up, should have been up sooner. You'd like to see some Stargates, maybe some Void Rays or something. And the Protoss player saying he's going to go take himself out. He definitely took himself out in this game. So a very interesting game for my first cast. We have a massive number of queens here. We got up to 32 queens with upgrades continuing at the end of this game. So the Protoss tries to do an early rush strategy. It fails miserably as these queens just build up all of this creep literally to the front door of the Protoss base. So that has been a very effective counter, which definitely could have been beat in itself, but the Protoss just deciding to continue that rush strategy too long for it to truly be effective. So we will end this one. If you are interested in getting one of your games cast by me, again, my name is Matthias, and you can send your replays to throwreplays@me.com. And feel free to leave some comments and criticism and constructive feedback in the comment section of this video so I can go ahead and learn and do more. But we will see you next time.